You can resurface anything. In this video, we use our epoxy and multiple color additives to create this custom design. We went over old particle board and we brought it back to life. We used our Stone Coat Countertop Epoxy, our copper metallic, and different additives to create epoxy wonders. By using simple hand tools and following our step-by-step process, you can mix and match color to enhance any design that you wish. Don't throw away your old projects. Simply resurface them and bring them back to life. Visit us anytime at stonecoatcountertops.com. Stay tuned and enjoy the video. Remember, when you subscribe to our channel, click on the red subscribe button and be sure to ring the bell so you get notified every time we have a new video. Thanks again.
We're starting with an old work surface. We're going to transform this surface by first placing it on top of our paint pyramids. We're going to roll 2 coats of paint and primer in one, tinted in the colored Suede Gray. We're going to let this dry. We'll sand in between coats with 220 grit, and then we'll be ready for our next step. Let's get started. Pro tip, don't worry about imperfections in your substrate. This particle board is far from perfect. It's been used and abused. That's okay. The epoxy will fill in little micro imperfections and things of that nature. You don't have to have it perfect. Just get that color on it and you're ready for that next step. All right, our second coat of paint and primer in one is dry. We're going to sand it lightly, wipe the dust, and we're ready to apply the epoxy. This color recipe is simple. The first thing we're going to do is fog with black spray paint. This will give us slight undertones. Then we're only going to use 4 color additives. Our buttercream and black are our base tints, and our violet pearl and copper are going to be our metallic additives. We'll mix all of this into clear epoxy, we'll put it on our board, and we'll do a marbleizing technique. We're going to mix part A and part B equal amounts into our mixing container at a 1-to-1 ratio. You only need 3 ounces per square foot per coat. We're going to do 2 coats. The first coat will be all of our colors. The second coat will be tomorrow, just clear over the top to protect our final work. Slow the drill down, scrape the bottom and the sides of the bucket. After you scrape those, pull the drill off the edge and go full speed again. Hold that bucket. Fog these edges a little bit. Okay. Wow. Let me get a paint stick a little deeper. I love copper. This is a pretty color. Goodness, that is like molten copper in there. I think I'm gonna pour this out and really just prime this whole piece here a little bit. I think that's what we'll do, so that everything will slide and move for me. All right, I'm just gonna squeegee out a nice tight coat here, just so that I get a slick surface for these colors. And then I'll just put some color right there, some clear. Prime this with my hands. I got a feeling this project is going to come out really, really fun. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. Have I lost you, or do you think this is going to be a sweet project? All right. Here we go. Let's get sticky. This is gonna be sweet. I think I'm gonna mix a little of these two together now, just to make another mixed color. Now, see that caramel? I'm just gonna pour that out. Okay, now I'll do the same with this black and copper. Mix it just a little bit and then pour that out. It's just different shades. All right, so that was really easy so far. Now we're gonna mess it up. Here we go, let's do this. Squeegee time. Ready for this? Okay, now I'm just gonna heat gun this sucker a little bit and see what it'll look like. Get rid of any dry spots. I'm gonna work this together a little more just to bring the colors together a little bit more, and I think I'll like it even better. Here we go. We started with particle board and we ended up with a bold project because we chose bold color. You can mix and match any color combination to create the desired outcome for your own personal project. We're gonna let this set up, and tomorrow we'll come back and sand and do a clear coat so that we can reattach it to our base and start using our table again. We'll see you tomorrow. Wow, look at the movement in that, man. Look at how those colors just react with each other. I really like how this piece has settled overnight. It's a beautiful striated pattern. One of my favorite elements is the black and purple overlaid over each other. It looks fantastic. I'm gonna sand with 220 grit. We'll wipe the dust, we'll mix just our clear coat, we'll apply that clear coat, let it set up, and attach it back to its base. This table project is almost finished. Let's get wrapped up. All right, let's mix up some clear epoxy. It's okay if you have a little bit of air trapped in the epoxy at this point. When you trowel and chop and torch the clear coat, it's going to become crystal clear. It's a simple process. Just trowel, chop, and torch. We're gonna remix this section right here because we scraped the edge of the bucket, but that's what we do with the trowel and the brush. We have our 1/8 inch square notch trowel. This works really good at gauging exactly how much epoxy to leave on the surface. It leaves us enough to level out, but not too much that you waste material. Now that we've remixed that material, we're gonna trowel it out. We'll push it close to the edges, but not over the edges just yet. Now I'm going to push it just over that edge. and I'll work my material back towards the front edge so that I get a nice coating over my whole project. Now I'm just going to mow the lawn just to get an even coat across the entire project. And then let's chop it out. I know that I left a little bit of epoxy left right here, so I'm going to prime my brush in that section first because it will create dry points if I went where it's thin. Now I'm going to chop the entire surface out and we'll torch out the bubbles. We always do a second clear coat. The reason that we do a clear coat is because it's going to give us our layer of protection without our color additives or our spray paints or any of our artistic elements that are exposed to the surface. Clear epoxy is UV resistant, scratch resistant, heat resistant. It's also been deemed food safe in commercial kitchen environment for incidental food contact. Our epoxy is amazing. Simply do a clear coat and you're going to add that depth and that protection that you're looking for in a kitchen countertop environment. We'll let that set up for a few minutes and let those micro bubbles work their way back to the surface. We'll torch it again and then a third time. I'll inspect the surface, make sure that there's no air left in the surface, and we'll be good to go. We'll let this set up overnight. We'll remove the drips and reattach it to the base. Let's sand off these drips. We're going to use our 50 grit metal sanding disc to remove all the drips off of this countertop. After that, we'll blow off the dust, reattach it to its steel base, and have a working countertop ready to rock and roll. This will be the ultimate desk. Let's get started. This project was fun, it was simple, and I could repeat this process with my own colors anytime to create any unique design that I'd like. You can try this at home. What colors would you want to use? Let us know in the comments below. Stay tuned and enjoy the next video. We'll see you in a bit.